Dallas center is Dave Manders, number 51.
Victory came from the offensive line, from Tony Liscio, from guards Blaine Nye and John Nyland, from tackles Ralph Neely and Rayfield Wright, and from center Dave Manders.
Frank Clark's effort pushes the Cowboys' cause deep into Giant territory. A great individual effort by Frank results in a Cowboy touchdown. From the shotgun, Craig Morton watches. Frank eludes Al Nelson of the Eagles, and it's touchdown Dallas. Meredith finds Hayes open on a slant, and Bob turns on the afterburner. Meredith sets up in the pocket and hits Buddy Dial, who rides this lightning bolt for 45 yards.
They got the action, 1st and 10 in the Dallas ball on their own 20-yard line. Here's the handoff. Meredith hands off to Perkins, who breaks the tackle. He gets a good block, and he goes downfield to the 34-yard line.
Now on 3rd down, Don Meredith, who took his team to victory over the 49ers last week, hits Bobby Hayes for 19 yards. Keys and Sherman making the stop.
Big mobile offensive line that ranks second to none. The line opened corridors for the runners and provided an impregnable sanctuary for Don Meredith. Offensive line coach Jim Myers developed a coordinated blocking unit utilizing brilliant individual skills. When the line worked in unison, it meant touchdowns.
The Giant front line is pried apart again as fullback Perkins gouges out 8 yards before Wendell Harris makes the stop. With it 3rd and 6 on the Dallas 48, the Giants blitz all 3 linebackers. But excellent pass blocking restrains the Red Doggers and affords Meredith just enough time to target Pete Gent for a key 1st down. Meredith sets to pass. Throws to Reeves. And again, it's a touchdown. Don Meredith connects for his 5th scoring strike.
Perkins for 14 yards to the 28. Now on 2nd and 9 of the 14. Again, Meredith looking for Pettis Norman. 5-yard gain to the 9-yard line.
Cowboys have been doing a pretty good job on Fred Dreyer. You see the switch there. Kanicki going to the outside, Dreyer coming to the inside. It didn't fool anyone. Dave Manders came over from his center position.
Cowboys ball on their own 37. This is Perkins breaking away for 14 yards.
Inside handoff to Perkins. A good trap hole as Lloyd finally makes the stop after 7.
Don Meredith. Sidearms to Pettis Norman. A gain of 14 as Jerry Stovall put the shoulder in. Meredith retreats with the pressure on. He throws to Pettis Norman on the right side for 11 yards. It's a Dallas 1st down. Ernie Kellerman makes the tackle. It's 3rd and 9. Meredith dropping back, gets good protection here. And hits Pete Gent, who picks up 18 yards before he's brought down from behind by Mike Howell.
Dallas with a golden opportunity from the Eagle 18 as Dan Reeves takes the handoff. Reeves, holding inside, gets 13 yards and a 1st down.
Meredith looking for Pete Gent. A gain of 17 yards.
Rides him out. Don Meredith. To Frank Clark. Again of 15 yards.
1st and 10, Cowboys ball, Cardinal territory. Number 30, Dan Reeves, breaks in the open for a touchdown, 45 yards. We'll repeat that play, and you can watch the safety blitz. Meredith caught the Cardinals in it. And there Reeves goes. The secondary exposed as he goes all the way for a touchdown. A perfect call by Don Meredith. It is now in that both the Cards and the Browns have lost. As Clark on an end around picks up 12 yards. A win or a tie will sew up the Eastern Division title for the Cowboys. Pete Gent, a gain of 4. On 2nd down, Perkins. The hole opens, and Don Perkins eludes this tackler, Paul Krause, and goes 20 yards for a touchdown. Now on 1st down, Morton to Hayes. And Bobby Hayes gets a good block and turns in a fine run. He's in there for a touchdown. As we repeat that from the end zone camera, watch number 73, Ralph Neely, throw a key block right here, taking play out of the play. And the Cowboys have the lead, 17-10.
Don Meredith quickly spots a rare mental error by the Green Bay defense and tosses an easy pass to the uncovered Dan Reeves. The play goes for 40 yards before Bob Jeter recovers and overtakes Reeves on the Green Bay 21. On 2nd and 10, Meredith ignores the obvious pass, and Perkins darts 13 yards on an unexpected draw. A 1st down pass from Craig Morton to Walt Garrison bent the will of San Francisco.
And on the 3rd down, Morton fired complete to Rensel on the New York 45. Rookie of the Year candidate Dwayne Thomas ranged free and easy through the Oilers in the 1st half and rushed for over 100 yards on the day.
Garrison on the draw out to the 20, up to the 25-yard line, and Garrison is just 5 yards away from the 1st down.
Well, Garrison is over 500.
2nd and 9 from the Dallas 46. Morton to Garrison at the 40-yard line. Thomas picking his way inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Hey, this is Walt Garrison. Walt Garrison for the Dallas touchdown. And the Cowboys are on top by 13.
And a great fake by Morton to Dwayne Thomas is what sets this up. Watch Morton. The fake to Thomas. And Garrison, who was the other setback, is all by his lonesome.
At the moment in tight. Hayes in motion. This is Garrison. And he picks up about 5 or 6 yards on 1st down, and it'll be 2nd and 4. And what a job this Dallas offensive line has done today. Neely, Nyland, Manders, Nye, Wright, and either Norman or Ditka at tight end.
It's been just amazing that they've been able to do to such a great degree what they set out to do, and that was to keep the ball away from San Francisco and control it.
Fronting Staubach was an unmatched offensive line. At center was Dave Manders.
Always motion left. Martin looking deep for Bob Hayes. And that's
why they pass.
A taste of running, a touch of defense, spiced with Bob Hayes, blended nicely into a homemade treat for Dallas fans. Hayes' first touchdown was a tribute to his speed. His second showcased his surprisingly soft hands and turned the game into a laugher for the Cowboys. Hill scored 3 touchdowns, and Thomas got his second with a display of sure hands and instant acceleration.
Behind All-Pro Rayfield Wright, Dave Manders, Ralph Neely, and Blaine Nye, Hill rushed 120 yards near those 1,000 yards.
The Cowboys rallied with the clutch catching and nifty running of wide receivers Lance Allworth, number 19, and Bob Hayes, number 22.
On the next play, Craig Morton lofted an apparent touchdown to Sellers. Morton screen to rookie tight end Gene Fugit from Amherst College.
First down, Dallas. Dallas 20-yard line. Dwayne Thomas. 5 yards. 10 yards. Tim Foley made the tackle.
Let's take another look and watch the outstanding job done by the right side of this offensive line for Dallas. Dave Manders, a good block right there. Garrison leading the play. The rest of it's done by Thomas himself. You can see, based on how quick a move he made right there, that footing here in Tulane Stadium is very, very good.
Second man, that's Calvin Hill. He's inside the 20-yard line for a first down. Anderson and Scott made the stop.
He sure didn't look hurt there, did he? By the way, Dwayne Thomas, who we've been informed, is not hurt. Just sitting out for a little bit of a rest. They don't hurt themselves too much with this man in there, do they? This is Calvin Hill, 6'4", 230-pound running back from Yale.
Bob Hayes to the right, to the 20, 15, 10. 5-yard line. Bob Hines finally made the tackle, 16 yards.
And again, on an end-around play to Bob Hayes, back to that short side of the field, away from the roll of the Miami zone. Look at that block by Blaine Nye on quarterback Tim Foley. He just went right over the top and wiped him out.
How it came about. On 3rd and goal, Staubach. Touchdown, Mike Ditka.
The Dolphins had a blitz going again as Buonaconti blew up the middle, but Staubach was able to pick up his tight end. Something that Dallas Cowboys rarely do, and that is throw to the tight end. Here comes Buonaconti, number 85, who took himself right out of the play. He almost got to Staubach, but that move weakened his secondary just enough.
At the 47-yard line. First man through, Walt Garrison. Inside the 35, all the way down to the 30, and then another yard.
Number 32, Walt Garrison.
18 yards for Garrison. As that Cowboy offensive line is cutting them apart right now. Excellent block on Matheson by the offensive center, Dave Manders. Watch this effort by Garrison.
29-yard line of the Miami Dolphins. Frank Cornish is now in defensively. Second down, 14 at the 18-yard line. Wide left goes the tight end, Mike Ditka. On the end around, Ditka is down to within about a yard of another Dallas score.
So Big Mike Ditka, who has already caught a touchdown pass today, watch this now. The fake to Garrison. Here comes Ditka, number 89, the former Chicago Bear. Big block from number 76, John Nyland. Dave Manders out in front, number 51, 17-yard gain. It is 1st and goal, Dallas.
Now he looked on as his Dallas Cowboys finally sealed sweet victory. Dallas led 24-3, and for the first time in their history, the crown fit.